Hello and welcome back to a very special birthday edition of Cooking Live. This, today, marks 1 year since we've been doing these cooking shows, and that's really a tribute to you, our viewers, because without you there'd be no reason to do this. So to celebrate, today we're going to make brownies and ice cream. And I know what you're saying. Whoa, I thought you were the Weight Loss and Wellness Center, and of course we are. So I'm going to show you how to make a brownie that has 40% fewer calories, like a gazillion times more fiber, and is still quite delicious. And to do that, we are going to use a trusty kitchen tool, a food processor, and a trusty kitchen staple, black beans. You may have heard of black bean brownies before, and you may have even had some. I promise you that these are quite delicious. I made them for all the folks at work, and there was none left in the pan when I went downstairs to collect comments. So I think that speaks volumes that they were quite tasty. They have been Weight Loss and Wellness Center tested and approved. All right, so I just put 1 can of rinsed and drained black beans in my food processor, and I'm going to turn this thing on. All right. I'm going to give it a step. These beans are now a thick paste. There's still a few chunks, so I'm going to just roll them around a little bit more. All right. Yeah, we're looking good. And then to my black beans, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of canola oil. Don't use olive here, you will taste it. We want canola oil because it doesn't have much of a taste. And a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're also going to put in 2/3 of a cup sugar, a 1/4 cup of cocoa, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, put that lid back on, give it a whirl. All right, so now I got a good thick fudgy paste, which is excellent. I forgot to get out one very important ingredient. My eggs. These eggs are important because it gives our final recipe structure, right? Right now, with it's just black beans and oil and some sugar, our brownies would never solidify. They would be quite goopy even after spending hours in the oven. And so we need the eggs because the proteins as they cook are going to be what really form the structure of our brownie. Okay, so I don't want to forget those. There we go. That's looking more like brownie batter. Okay, so you can see here, got like chocolatey brownie batter. I'm going to put that into a 8x8 or 9x9 baking pan that I've lined with parchment paper. Okay, the parchment paper here is very important to prevent sticking. When I get my brownie out of this pan after it's done cooking, I really want it to look like a brownie. I want it to be a nice square fudgy chocolatey mix, and so the parchment paper will help it come out of the pan more clean. Just gonna dump that in here. All right. Give it a good spread, and then put this into a 350-degree oven. Well, looky here. Through the magic of cooking shows, here we have an already done pan of brownies. I cooked this for 30 minutes. I've made this recipe 3 or 4 times now. And every time it's taken about 30-35 minutes to get the edges nice and cooked. I mean, they're obviously dry, and the center does not jiggle, okay? Kept this in the refrigerator overnight because they really taste better once the flavors have all melded. There you have it. A nice square piece of delicious, delicious brownie. I forgot to tell you, before they go into the oven, please sprinkle a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips on top because the chunks of chocolate really make it something special. So, whoops, Julia Child moment. Okay, so I'm going to walk over here and clean out my food processor bowl so that we can make the next piece of our birthday celebration, which is our ice cream. Okay, I posted this recipe it's been more than a year. It was before Cooking Live even started, for banana ice cream. We will re-link you to that video after we're done filming today. But it is an oldie but a goodie. Okay. Just get all the black bean brownies off my food processor blade here. Give it a good dry. This ice cream recipe is one ingredient. Seriously, that is it. One ingredient, and that ingredient is frozen bananas. Bananas work really well to make this kind of treat because they have a certain kind of fiber called pectin in them. Not all fruits have it. Don't try to make ice cream out of just any old frozen fruit. Mangoes work well, bananas work particularly well, and you'll see what I mean about that pectin being important in a minute or so. So, bananas thaw out really quickly. So I kept my bananas in the freezer until just now. Clean, dry food processor, frozen banana, which I cut into chunks before throwing in the freezer. Okay. Put the lid on and hit go. Now this is going to be pretty noisy, so as soon as I hit go, I'm going to walk over here and tell you a little bit more about why I would choose a food processor and not a blender for this. Okay? So here we go. Ooh. For a couple more seconds. And there, it's already quieted down as those pieces of banana get smaller. A food processor and a blender are different tools. And today I really wanted to focus on the things that a food processor does really well. A food processor has a sharp blade, and so it does really well with things like nuts and seeds, makes great nut butter. It does well with making pestos and things that have a lot of different textures, but a blender really doesn't handle very well. A blender's blades are not sharp, they're blunt, but they have a very powerful motor and a very distinct shape of the blender bowl to help them do their job well. They're great for soups and beverages, but not really good for making things like brownie batter or banana ice cream. Okay? So my food processor is one of my favorite tools. I use it at least once a week, often more than once a week. It is really a very handy item for me to have in my kitchen. And when this one dies, I'm going to get a bigger, fancier one. And I don't want to pass on too soon, but I'm kind of excited about that just because it is so useful. It's really good for chopping, so you can make bases for soups and stews with celery and carrots and onions and all those things really fast. It has different blades for slicing and dicing. And so it's a really nice tool that I don't think a lot of people really know how to use. So our point in the video today was to kind of celebrate an undersung hero of the kitchen. And with that, I think our banana ice cream's done. Let's go look. Oh, look at this beautiful stuff! In the time it took me to tell you about my love affair that I have with my food processor, we have made delicious one ingredient banana ice cream to go with our black bean brownie. This right here is a low calorie, high fiber dessert that's going to taste amazing. Banana ice cream really is best eaten right away. It doesn't keep very well. And so as you can see, it's like the texture of soft serve. It's still frozen. It's starting to melt around the edges there, probably because my food processor was hot from the kitchen water, but it's creamy, it's cool, it's refreshing and delicious. That would be really good with maybe some peanut butter thrown in there, some peanut butter powder, then you can have peanut butter banana ice cream. There you have it, our brownie and ice cream dessert to celebrate 1 year of Cooking Live. As always, the recipes will be posted on all our social media accounts, so make sure you're following Weight Loss and Wellness Center on all your favorite platforms so that you can get these recipes. And also, please, 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 please comment on this video. If you like what you see, let us know what you want to see in the years to come. We really do this for you. And so happy birthday, Cooking Live, and thank you, video viewers, for being with us for this long. See you next time.